Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of Ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Michigan Wolverines taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ducks offense will start this game off. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on 3rd down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame you can really utilize.
Moore will throw. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to get... And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. Touchdown, Wolverines! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you just go over the offense and be like, bro, we don't need you today. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
They're lining up to kick it away, and that defense salivating after getting the scoop and score. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. From the gun, running back on the move. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFL.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Quick completion on the out route. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Not just do you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better than that.
They'll try to run for it. At the 45 on his way. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
And 3rd down, they keep it on the ground with their playmaker. They give him the football. They got so much confidence in this guy and their offensive line, and they get the 1st down.
Listen, just to be on the field on 3rd down as a running back means you've got to be versatile, right? You got to be able to catch the ball. You got to be able to block. But if they want to hand it off to you on 3rd down, too, you got to be able to go find a way to keep the drive alive. This dude has all the tools in the toolbox.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pulls it in, it's low. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Right down the boulevard, it's good. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it out. It's Achuk. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Wolverines offense has the ball for the first time. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
It might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. The inside handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Feeling some heat. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? The Wolverines are on the move. Goes to the option. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Quickly complete. Keeps the legs moving. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Play number 10 on this series. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Bell. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him in the game.
Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. Well, that changed things a bit after the penalty. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Gets it out quickly. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room headed to the goal line. Give him 6. Touchdown, Michigan. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
The Ducks in the hurry-up. Moore to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48th. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A strike downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The Ducks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
And this offense is still early in the down, 2nd and goal. They could still run it. They go with the pass. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing it immediately, getting the football out of his hands, seeing his wide receiver open, and getting the big touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Cal is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Aaron Rodgers, this has not been a blowout today in Berkeley. They're up by 7 over Clemson. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? And now on second down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. With the catch, it's Bell.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He'll pitch it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Bulldozes him. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
Yeah, and after the QB calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays, he decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
And the Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Runs through the tackle.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
The Wolverines get enough to move the chains. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They think there's room to run to the right here. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. And got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. Got him downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. He's looking to throw it. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
The Wolverines get it past the sticks. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Heaves it deep. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And I love the wheel route. I love calling it because most of the time I'm going to get my running back, who's a fast athlete, in space against a linebacker or somebody who can't catch him. Nice play design, nice job throwing it out in front of him. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here he comes with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be a...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like you've had an enjoyable day there today in Eugene. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Autzen Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Looking to throw. Lets it fly. Reels it in down the left side. The expressway is wide open. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Michigan. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Line gets set, first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry up. Moore will throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Ducks will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Oh, he left him grabbing. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll keep it himself. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next. Going for the big play. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the pummeling has started.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Give to the running back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Now 2nd and 10. Moore to the air. Got his man quickly. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Makes the catch. It's low. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. The Ducks will punt it away on 4th down. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Offense getting set for first down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Now on 2nd down after the good first down run. Motion from the offense. And it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 10. Touchdown, Ducks! What a great play by the defense, and paying it off with the interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Miami is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Vinny Testaverde and Gino Torretta in the pantheon of greats to play at the U. They're trailing by just 4 to Virginia Tech. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Getting some heat. Escapes the sack. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Finds his man. It's Marshall. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. The give to the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. The offense set for a 1st down play. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Moore will throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly,
quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
This is one of the reasons I love this linebacker. He is an outstanding pass rusher. He's got speed, he's got quickness and agility to avoid the offensive linemen, running backs, and tight ends on his way to the quarterback.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Might be looking to run. He's going to take off, and he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
First down for this offense. Moore to the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he's dragged down. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He wants to throw. Spits it out to the back. Got his man in stride. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Ducks want to move quickly.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. They're bringing heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. At the 30. 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Michigan. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Going over the top. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Casper.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Backing up on the first 2 plays. Now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll bring it back. It's low. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Moore will throw. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. They'll try to get it through the air. Time to take a shot. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly, dude.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They'll go to the ground. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. A 3rd and long coming up here. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. On the move, it's low. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse? Trying to beat the D deep. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And the Ducks are threatening in the red zone. Hand off from the shotgun. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Moore to the air. Looking for the score. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Lets it go to the end zone. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Wide out in motion. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up second down.
Handoff from the gun. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. From the gun to give, looking for room. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. They'll leave it with him. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Will they keep it on the ground again here on third down? He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's ranked. They weren't looking at them any different. They were looking to come in and get the W and execute. Great job believing they could come, Jesse, and knock them off.
Yeah, you're right, David. This team came in with something to prove, and they knew they had a national audience that was going to be paying attention to this game. What a great job going out under the lights, big-time stage against a ranked opponent, and really putting their A game out there on the field.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.